I was diagnosed about 3 years ago, and I was having signs and symptoms about 10 years prior to that, that before they gave me the diagnosis needed to rule out. Like my memory was going off. I was starting to find myself not wanting to participate in group activities and became less social. Stopped seeing friends because I felt things to be overwhelming. And I started making mistakes at work that I couldn't compensate for anymore. My background is social work, and they put me on short-term disability, and I went through a barrage of tests, and then that turned into long-term disability, and eventually they had to let me go. When I got my diagnosis, post-diagnosis was a little hairy for me. It took me 18 months to really mourn the losses that I had. I didn't share what was going on with me for a year with my two sisters. And because I was hoping, like all things, a little bit of denial, that I would be able to go back to work. And I felt very much it was the end for me, that I was no longer productive. And I actually sought out MAID, which is medical assistance in death. And then I contacted the Alzheimer's Society. And within a couple weeks, I was volunteering. And I still thought inside that there was still more to give. And I started to think differently. And the more that I did, the little steps that I took, the more I learned about myself. I thought, oh, I can still do this. So what you see out in the community and what you read and everything, so much of it is myth. And so much is misconception of what people think and how they perceive things. So that's what I want to do. I want people to, when they get their diagnosis, to know that, you're okay one day, you get a diagnosis, and then the next day, you're still you. It doesn't take away who you are. So since then, I am now a global speaker. I am speaking and doing presentations at international conferences. I'm involved in a lot of local activities. I've gone back to advocating for other agencies that I was involved with before. I look at my life as I can still do. I'm challenged. I can't. But I need to muster up courage, and when I do, then I conquer.